Right, so let's see. I got my buddies here, 2015 Subaru WRX. It's also manual. See how many kilometers on it. It's got 70,000 kilometers, and this thing's a 2015. So he finally asked me to start servicing his vehicle now, or his car, since he's been taking it to the dealership all the time. And yeah, so I'm gonna be servicing his car now. So he brought me his coolant. He wanted me to change his coolant because I guess it's been 7 years since he bought the car new, and I guess all he's been doing is oil changes at the Subaru dealership. And one thing is he's got an oil filter, right? And it's different than the one the Subaru put on there. And he's wondering why. I'm not sure myself, but maybe somebody out there, your viewers out there who have Subarus will know. Maybe leave the comments down below. It says Subaru on it, and the oil filter. This is the part number of the oil filter he got, and yeah, it looks like this. So I don't know if it matters or anything, but this is also a Subaru oil filter. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if it's the right oil filter, or if it does it even matter if it's the that oil filter or that oil filter. But yeah, let's start doing his oil change. All right, let's see how hard is it to get this oil filter out. Yeah, no, I'm not taking this off by hand. I'm gonna have to wrench it off. All right, get some of that old oil and lube the O-ring on the new filter. Probably wipe off the old stuff there too. That should be good. Right, so yeah, I remember when he first bought this car. This was 7 years ago. I got it when he got it brand new, so in 2015. And first thing he got the car, he bought a whole bunch of stuff, and I helped him install it. So like this intake, Cobb's intake. I also installed coilovers for him right here in this garage too. And this was 7 years ago. And I installed the turbo back exhaust for him. So everything from the turbo back all the way to the back there. And it took a good whole day. I remember because I was here. We did it all in this garage here too. It's like, first came in first thing in the morning, and then by the time we were finished, it was almost dark. And then after everything was put all together, he did the tune on it with the Cobb access port, and we took it for a rip, and he was you should see the smile on his face. And yeah, so now 7 years later, yeah, he's he was like, oh, I shouldn't have modified it. It's just, he goes through tires, and yeah, just little things here and there. And he's like, I think I need a bigger car, because he's a pretty big dude. So yeah, that's his WRX. Right, so I'm just gonna go underneath, find this drain plug, and yeah, I'm laying on my sister's dog pad or whatever they put in the car. I guess there's the drain plug. What does that look like? A 14? From the looks of it, somebody's boogered it up. Or whoever's been doing his oil change. So I'm gonna get a socket. Make sure it fits, and yeah. All right, crack the drain plug loose. Hopefully I don't make a mess. Oh yeah, wait, because some of you are gonna be like, "Hey, you should have took the oil cap off." So let me take the oil cap off. I mean, like even when I'm a flat rate tech, I don't even take the oil cap off. But how fast do you guys want to drain it? There, I took it off. Supposedly helps you drain faster. gone back to draining the oil. Oh. Hope this pan's big enough. I think it takes like 5 liters. Alright, I'll let that drain for now. Change that crush washer on this drain plug. Anyways, so come down to a trickle. I'm gonna put this drain plug back in. But you know, if you're doing your own oil change, you know, you can do what you want to do. You can change it how you want to change it. All right, so the manual, I think, even in your owner's manual, says to use 5W30 synthetic oil, and that's what he got. And this one is 5W30 full synthetic. And if you're wondering what Moto Master is, it's actually made by Shell on the back. So that's what we're putting in. But we'll check the level later. But I'm gonna want to drain the radiator because he wants to change his coolant too. And see his. Gotta get every last drop out of the jug. Let's take a look at his coolant level. It's on the minimum mark. So for the majority of you who, probably the majority of you know that I work at a dealership. When you're bringing in your car for service, I try to top up the majority of your fluids, like, you know, washer fluid, coolant. Well, new cars nowadays, they're all gone to electric power steering, so they don't have hydraulic power steering anymore. But, you know, on the Hondas, they tend to leak in the same areas. So I still do top up some of your power steering fluid, at least, and, you know, let you know where it's leaking from. But, you know, brake fluid, I leave brake fluid because as your brake pads wear, the level drops. And when it drops too low, because your brake pads are worn out, it sets off that brake warning light on your dash. So, you know, just to tell you have low brake fluid and, you know, have it inspected. But yeah, that's it. You know, check your belts. You know, belts look okay. You know, this one, I think that might be the original Subaru battery, or maybe it's a replacement. Actually, I think the Subaru one has the clear case, if I remember, or maybe they changed it. I don't know, but this might be a replacement. Yeah, so it's 7 years that it's bound to have it replaced at some point. All right, so I think before I keep on working here, my mom's calling me for lunch. Yeah, some of you are laughing, probably calling me a mama's boy, but I try to come home once a week and you know, have some of my mom's cooking. So yeah, I'm gonna go have some lunch. Oh yeah, just like when I was a little kid. Spaghetti. All right, lunchtime is over, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that bottom plastic splash shield. So yeah, let's get to it. Push that back. So you just have to remove that plastic shield here. You can just leave this this bash plate that protects the turbo that's right here on. You just got to remove the clips from the sides. On the other side, a bunch of clips, and then there's two 12mm bolts that you got to take off. I think it goes into these holes, and then the one on the other side over there. And your drain plug is right here. It's a little Phillips. See if I can get it without having to remove that. But then you're gonna fill up your skid plate here. Yeah, see what I'm gonna do. Probably take the whole shield off. It's only 4 bolts, I think, that's left. It looks like. Yeah, it's just 4 bolts. This guy, that guy, and then there's 2 over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that too. All right, so a bit of change of plans because those rear bolts feel like it's gonna snap. So I rather make a mess than snap those bolts. especially when I'm working on the ground here. So just gonna take that petcock out and get myself a drain bucket and catch wherever it's gonna go. All right, either I'm gonna get a face full of coolant, oh, I see the gasket. There's a little bit of coolant. I'm gonna use my fingers. So yeah, make sure when you pull this out, there's a gasket in there. Make sure it's still there when you put it back, because sometimes they stay in there and then, you know, you lose it. It goes into your drain bucket somewhere and you don't know, and you put that plug back in without the gasket and it's going to leak later on. But here's the pull out. Oh, didn't do it. Oh, maybe these ones don't come out. Yeah, I guess not. It just stays there. All right, so this is where removing the cap is going to help drain this thing faster. So I'll go up top and open the cap. There we go. Oh, I can hear it going. It's going everywhere. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. I can clean it up later. All right, so I got myself a brand new spill-free funnel. The one I had is actually it's at work, so I use that quite often at work. So I got myself another one for the garage here. So yeah, brand new. If you wanted to get one for yourself, I'll put a link in the description to Amazon, and you can get one for yourself. So I'm just cutting the tape off of it. Just do this with one hand. So yeah, it comes with many adapters. Actually, it comes with way better ones than I had on my old one, because it comes with this giant knob. Yeah, so it comes with a bunch of different adapters for, you know, different applications. And yeah, this one looks way better than the one I have at work. And this doesn't come out. Yeah, anyways, let me get this thing so I can start filling up the coolant on this WRX here. So this one's a little different because it has a little spring and it's spring loaded. And I kind of just match it up with the radiator cap here. So let's put it down, turn it, stays in place. And yeah, you put your funnel here. Which, I don't know. I can't pull this thing out, so I'm gonna start filling it and see. All right, so I'm just gonna start her up and check the oil level and then bleed the cooling system. Super loud. Wake up the neighbors every morning. All right, so I took another quart of oil. So start it up again. Hopefully my neighbors don't complain. But you can hear how loud it is. Yeah. We can hear that. But yeah. Anyways. Alright, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the spill-free funnel. It doesn't come out, the center part, and what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to allow air out, and as it allows air out, it's supposed to lift it and allow coolant to go in. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, so I prefer the one I had before, which is at work. So I might link that one instead in the description. And yeah, if you decide to get one, feel free to use my link down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe.